Hi, everybody. Can see the screen right now? Okay. So show's gonna be start. So welcome to the Crust and Polkadot 2022 North American Hackathon workshop. So this is the first session of the Crust series of workshops. In this workshop, you will learn how to use Crust to decentralize your application. And me and Lud will explain the whole detail of about Crust to you, including the basic idea and concepts of Crust Network. And we will also use a very concrete demo to show you how to decentralize hosting your website, like Uniswap or Avi does. Also, we are going to be do a code level demo to demonstrate you how to use Crust to host your website in the code level and help you to understand the basic storage flow of the Crust network. So without further ado, let's get to this workshop. So today's workshop will cover the title is how to use Crust to decentralize your application. So first, let me and Lou to give you guys a very brief introduction about us. So Lou, maybe you go first.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thank you, Luke, for the introduction, and a warm welcome from my side as well to all participants of this workshop. My name is Lud. I'm the European Marketing Ambassador for Crust. And before joining Crust, I was working for over 6 years in the Web2 cloud computing industry. And I'm very happy to walk the bridge to Web3. And I wish you a lot of fun and a lot of things to learn during this workshop.
Yeah, okay. So Lou will give you guys a very brief intro of the Crust later. And thank you. And so next will be me. I'm the core developer in the Crust Network. My name's Luke Fan. And before I actually join Crust, actually I have a 7-year study on the distributed system and consensus algorithm. So after I graduated with my master's degree, I joined Microsoft for a couple of years and doing the Azure blockchain platform, and also doing the Azure Kubernetes system development. And before I joined Crust, so now I'm doing the most of the design and development about the Crust protocol. That's my background. So I will give Lud to give you guys about the intro of the Crust network.
Yeah, thank you. Sure. So let's get into Crust Network. In general, Crust Network is a decentralized cloud storage network that's built on Polkadot's substrate framework and the IPFS. In specific, it provides an incentive layer for the IPFS network and a protocol stack to facilitate storage orders between the miners on the one hand and the storage users on the other hand in a totally trustless environment. And we do that with our decentralized storage market. It's one of our protocol layers. And basically everybody can join our network. It's a completely open network. And people can put up storage orders, which will be picked up by our miners to keep it stored on our network, totally decentralized. In the next slides, I can give you a few metrics about our network itself, our storage capacity, and so on. And maybe we just jump into the next slides.
Yeah, I think Lud, actually the key word for the concept of the Crust, I think, is the to anyone, right? Because our protocol is super open to everybody, especially on the one hand for the miners, everybody can join our network to providing their like spare storage space. And on the other hand, actually anybody can like place storage order and without any limitation, like, right? So that's pretty very like key word like to anybody's in
Yeah,
our
that's a really good point. Really good point, Luke. Especially for the user side as well, as you mentioned. Everybody can use our storage functionalities via their Crust web wallet or even via MetaMask. Also on different kind of public chains, and so the big principle of making it available for anyone counts for the user and the miner side. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, that sounds really like a Uber, but on the storage, right? Like everybody can just call Uber, but just for storage data. Yeah. Okay, I will go into the next slides.
Yeah, and as already mentioned, we are providing decentralized infrastructure. As of now, we have over 3,160 nodes that are currently providing storage capacities to our network. Overall, we reached a storage capacity of 120 petabyte volume. And we just surpassed the 1 million files stored milestone on our Crust network. And with an astonishing fee on average of just $0.001 US dollar. And with that price, we are unmatchable compared to any Web2 provider in this kind of field. And again, that's another big important point to make it accessible, cheap storage for everybody. And one reason we cannot do that is because we are providing peer-to-peer storage functionalities. That's all going to get managed with our protocol stack in between, and in a totally automatic way. And so everybody can feel free to contribute to our Crust network storage network, and everybody can access this kind of infrastructure from the user side.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody who wants to like raise a question, just comments below, and actually comments left side, right side, and we will like pause any time like to answer questions. Okay, feel free to ask questions to us. I will go into the next.
Yeah. And overall, there's to say that we already onboarded over 100 Web3 projects that as of now integrated with Crust Network. In the next slides, I will provide some examples for that for different use cases. And on average, every file is replicated 50 times and distributed on 50 individual nodes that hold the file to keep it accessible for anytime. And also our average file size for the storage is 1 gigabyte. The maximum storage size as of now is 32 gigabyte. And in the bottom of the slide, you can see again some metrics on the left side, the stored files I mentioned before. We are moving very quickly to 1.2 million. And as you can see in the graph, it's a very steep increase in the network utilization. And on the right-hand side, you see the transactions per day on an average. There are around 100,000 to 150,000 transactions a day. I saw the question in the chat. May you share this presentation with us? Yeah, sure. We will share it with you, and we are happy to share it with you via a link of one of our actually decentralized sharing solutions, and for you to see how easy it is.
Yeah, we will share you Ipfs CID to you guys for you to do your homework after this like workshop. Anyway, so actually the 50 replicas is a little bit impressive to me because if we like choose a centralized storage solution like Amazon, AWS, S3, or Google Cloud, there is only like if I remember right, there is only like 3 or 4 replicas in the whole of the world, like depends on the distributed system, right? So if you want to like store more location, like I want to store in the Berlin, or I want to store another loc in the US, I need to pay like extra money for the other like extra replicas. But actually in the decentralized storage, by default, especially in the Crust network, there will be like the 50 like replicas, like specific physical storage nodes store the data for you. So that's actually one of the advantages for the like decentralized storage, right?
Yeah, usually you have to pay extra for any additional replication you want to host or you want to store. And obviously with every additional replication, you increase accessibility. Yeah, so with Crust Network, you get that all for free, all included in this already very, very cheap kind of storage price, which makes storage via Crust Network very, very price efficient. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So I jump into the next slide, Lu, right?
Sure, go ahead.
Great.
Yeah, that's basically one of the major points of this workshop. That's like website hosting via Crust Network. And yeah, you can see decentralization in terms of the DeFi industry became very, very important. We see a lot of attacks and yeah, such as the DNS hijacks. Just recently, for example, QuickSwap, the largest decentralized exchange on the Polygon chain, suffered a DNS hijack. They were lucky. They only lost, let's say, only $100,000 in user funds, but obviously this can happen on decentralized hosted dApps, and which makes it very vulnerable for exploitation. And on the right-hand side, you, for example, see a recent tweet from the co-founder of Avi, which is one of our integration partners. They actually use Crust Network to deploy their decentralized front end for their decentralized app, same as Uniswap and Liquidity. And yeah, basically, the co-founder of Ipfs said, "Oh, one of the Ipfs protocol front end wasn't accessible for me for a few minutes. Switched to IPFS, and life made sense again. The power of decentralization is insane." And yeah, you probably experienced it yourself here and there when you visited centralized websites, that you get this error 502 or other error messages. And with having your front end replicated on 50 different individual nodes that continuously keep your website alive, you make it unstoppable and also prevent any kind of malicious attacks that might occur due to the single point of failure infrastructure.
Yeah. So actually, I think the deeper reason of how like decentralized, especially like hosting your content on IPFS can prevent the DNS hijack is if you like you can imagine if you put your like content or website in a centralized server, that's actually super easy for the hackers to like hijack your domain, like that will like make you lose money, or like you don't want your like users or community, especially for your community, to like access the fake website on your site, right? And actually for the Avis case, like it's like wholly like crashed on your DNS, like middleware of the like to access the domain or the DNS. So, but actually decentralized hosting can also like solve this problem, because your content is like distributed and decentralized all over the world. And if you cannot access from this domain we call gateway, you can change to another gateway to access your content. Just make sure you access with the right CID, which is the unique identities for your website or your content, right? So I saw like two questions here. So the first one is Crust as a protocol similar to Filecoin? like Lud, can you like answer this question? We will pause. Yeah.
Crust Network is comparable to Filecoin in the sense that both projects build on top of the IPFS network. They both provide an incentive layer for the IPFS network. Nevertheless, there are big differences to Filecoin and Crust Network when we look at the protocol layer. So, for example, we use other algorithms. We, for example, use meaningful proof of work, which doesn't require any GPU input or GPU work. Everything is done via TEE, that's Trusted Execution Environment, that's happening basically locally in the CPU. And therefore, Crust Network is way more efficient. Also, when it comes to the sealing of data, I think when Filecoin needs 2 or 3 hours, we need 2 to 3 minutes, you can say. And also, Crust Network is totally native to the IPFS network. So it doesn't rely on centralized services or bridges like Filecoin does to, for example, bridge between their own Lotus protocol and the IPFS protocol, which again decreases the degree of decentralization. And in terms of that, yeah, Crust Network is way more decentralized. Also, the network is not totally permissionless for Filecoin, so it's not a totally open network. It's kind of based on a supernode architecture, and also the storage order process is different between Crust Network and Filecoin. I think with Crust Network, you put your storage order up. Our decentralized storage market will make sure that the nodes pick it up. Whereas in Filecoin, I think you have to basically negotiate with every single node on its own.
Yeah, but like very simple answer is we are both the like incentive layer beyond IPFS, but we also have like huge difference between each other. But we don't like comparing. We don't like make a a slide to comparing with different like decentralized storage project like Filecoin or Aave or Storj, because we just want to give you guys a very like brief intro of our network and help you guys to like figure out how to store data into our network. So that's the coverage of this workshop. But anyways, like Lou said, we are pretty similar, but also pretty different. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, I will finish this. Hope we can help you to like figure out your questions. So the second question will be, could I replace like a S3 bucket using Crust? Like I will answer this question for sure. Yeah, you can like easily like replace the storage layer as the S3 bucket, and I will teach you how to do this later. Yeah. Okay, I will done with this screen. Anyway, by the way, if you got any like questions, just raise your hand or ask your questions in the comments below, or just drop your questions on the ask a question section. Okay, I will go into the next slide.
Great. Yeah. The next slide, or this slide, also shows another very prominent use case for Crust Network, which is in the field of NFTs, and more specifically regarding NFT metadata. So we, for example, work with RMRK, the biggest NFT marketplace provider, or the marketplace actually called Singular, in the .sama ecosystem. We also cooperate with NFT Go, one of the largest NFT data aggregators in this sector. And soon another application, Crust NFT, which is a Crust community-based project, we're probably going to release in July. It's a minting as a service solution, very interesting. So keep your eyes open for that. But in general, you can say Crust Network is perfectly suitable for NFT metadata storage, because to keep your NFT metadata stored totally decentralized is actually the natural way to store NFT metadata because you want to have it immutable, you want to have it all accessible, and you basically want to have it unstoppable. So every kind of media content which is in your NFT metadata, you would like to have in a decentralized way, because it's just a natural way to go. There also are way more other reasons you want to have your NFT metadata stored decentralized. Another one is, for example, when finalizing data into the blockchain, you want to have a permanent solution which you get via the CID number. If you, for example, have your NFT metadata stored on centralized exchanges, you basically have an URL. This URL can be dynamic and can change. And with the CID, you have a permanent fixed content that always can be addressed. Also you have to mention that with all the value that's attached to this NFT asset, which the NFT metadata is one part of it, you want to keep it as safe and secure as possible. And centralized exchanges, as already mentioned before, with maximum only 3 to 4 replications, is very vulnerable for this. And you also don't want any provider like OpenSea or other providers to control your data, and which makes it also very, very hard to migrate the data from one provider to another marketplace, etc. So you want to reduce the network accumulation effect, you can do that by storing your data directly decentralized in decentralized way to keep it flexible and to maintain the full ownership of your assets.
Yeah. So like if I just store NFT metadata in for example, if I just mint my NFT metadata, upload my picture or video into the OpenSea, I'd better to choose like freeze function, right? Like to put the whole content into a decentralized storage. Then if I'm not satisfied with OpenSea, like the take rate is too high or something, I can very easily to migrate my data from OpenSea to the LookSphere, right? So that's the huge advantage of putting your put your NFT metadata in a decentralized way, right?
Yeah, and on top of that, you have full transparency. So in the slide, you see a screenshot of Ipfs Scan. So you can actually scan for your metadata. I think the Singular Marketplace for RMRK already has this functionally integrated. So when you have a look at one of their NFTs, you actually will see a small button that says Inspect on Crust Network or Inspect on Crust. And then the CID file links to the proper link on the Ipfs Scan, and you can actually verify the metadata. You can see how many nodes actually hold this metadata. You can see which nodes hold the metadata, and with that you can get full transparency. Here, for example, you can
like I'm showing right now is you can verify on Crust, which just will jump into the Ipfs Scan, which is developed by the Crust community, and also donate this project to the whole Ipfs community. It will take a little bit of time for it to scan and browsing your content on the Ipfs network, and after that you will see like this, where is your data stored very visually, and is it guaranteed by the Crust network, or where you can retrieve your data from any of gateways from Berlin, from Shanghai, from Singapore, or so I'm sorry, from Seattle or from Berlin. Right. Anyway, so that's the very examples for the RMRK to integrate with Crust. So I will go on with the slides.
I think that's all for the NFT topic, or do you have anything else to say, Luke? Or any questions regarding the NFT use cases?
I think there is a question, but it's about DeFi. So he or she is asking, what are the advantages of Crust compared to every? I think you're asking, what's the advantage of like hosting content with Crust Network, like Avi or like Uniswap. So like we mentioned, like in the previous slide, it can be prevent DNS hijack and increase the accessibility because like the founder of the Avi just mentioned, it's crashed by the centralized domain, but it's also be accessible from the IP address. So yeah. Okay, I will go on with the later slides.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And yeah, another very interesting use case is the usage in SocialFi. So maybe you heard of it. Bankless, one of the very famous YouTube channel, recently got censored on YouTube. So what happened is basically that their content just got removed without any warning, without justification or any notification to the team itself. If that's your business you're running, basically, then that it's a big issue for you. And this is only possible, obviously, because YouTube is a centralized, organized institution and platform, which has the total control over all content that's available and uploaded there. Although, even if you're the creator or if you're not the creator, it doesn't matter. YouTube can basically take it down whenever they want to. And that's another use case for Crust Network. You can keep media censorless, immutable, and unstoppable in the open network. And one of the use cases we, for example, built in our community is SockBay. SockBay basically is a decentralized version of YouTube. As you can see,
showing you right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody can upload their videos, and it's totally censorless and no censorship at all, and can be accessed very, very easily. And even from the user interface, you almost wouldn't feel a difference or wouldn't even notice that like these videos and these media files are all stored on Crust Network in a totally decentralized way.
Yes, which you can like freely to upload your content into this platform, which is a decentralized version of YouTube. So that's actually really bad because I always heard watch the video and heard the radio, watch the video and heard the radio from the backlist. That's really good content for the web, all the Web3, but it's just bad from the YouTube, which is really bad. Okay, but we have a decentralized version of YouTube, which is called SockBay. Yeah.
Yeah. And also it prevents you from like data leaks. We see here and there events where user data gets leaked, and also that's not possible with Crust Network. You, for example, you can authenticate with your Web3 wallet to upload media data and so on. So the user experience on to upload data to Crust Network can be designed in a totally private way to reduce the vulnerability for data breaches and security breaches in terms of user data, etc.
Yes. So we also got actually the decentralized version of Medium, which matters the news, and also built up on Crust. And you can like put all your content and like articles and into that platform, and which cannot be stopped and banned. And you can also encrypt your data before you upload into the IP-based network, so you can own your data, like 100% own your data. So that's the like super big advantages in the SocialFi and decentralized social network media. Yeah. Anyway, so I will go to the next slide, Lou.
Yeah, and one of the last use cases, one of our many, is the general file storage. This is what our second hack event workshop will focus on. So here just maybe a small outlook what you can expect. So as you can see in the screenshot, our general storage functionalities are already integrated with Polkadot apps. So everybody who uses Polkadot apps can use our storage functionalities. In fact, it's actually integrated with all substrate-based chains that use this Explorer, even outside of the, let's say, .sama ecosystem, like I found out recently. And but next to the integrations with other chains like Polkadot, we also offer very easy to use end user applications like Crust Files. It's basically a decentralized Dropbox. Very easy to use for everybody. It's, as of now, it's also free, and like already mentioned before, it offers you different possibilities like client-side encrypted file storage online on IPFS, that you are only the one holding the decryption keys to your data, which brings you back the ownership. Also, the whole and entire user experience is fully decentralized and fully private. You basically log in and verify with your wallet, and that's how our user identification is happening. So no need for any registration for any personal user data such as email, password, no information for payment processes like credit card or bank account. So everything that could be vulnerable to you and is something we can avoid with using the general file storage functionalities via Crust Network.
Yeah, no KYC at all, right? Free to come and free to go. So yeah, it's super like easy to. But anyway, that's actually the next session's workshop. If you want to like learn how we can achieve this using like store the data but without interact with the cross chain, you can come to our the second session of our workshop, which will be the July 10th. So yeah. Anyway, I also will show you the Polkadot file to help you like how you can like host your website using this like friendly user interface by just drag your folder, your website into this page, and you can be host and access from anywhere of the world. So I will show you later. Okay, so the next part is we're gonna be the okay. So I will pause here because if you got any question from the intro, you just raise your hand and ask just below or. Okay, good. So it seems like you don't have any questions from now. So I will go into the second part. So in this part, I will show you how to like hosting your whole website with Crust. So basically, we have 4 ways to like host your site. You can use the Crust command line tool, which allows you to interact with the command line or write shell script to hosting your website. I'm going to show you this way. Or you can use the Crust files, which is a really friendly UI for your personal website hosting. You can drag your folder, your website folder into the app, and you can like, yeah, that's it. So, but also, like Lud mentioned in the general file storage scenario for now, it supports most of the platforms can be accessed with any of the Web3 account, like your Ethereum account, like your Polygon account, like your Solana account. You can very easy to use that, and we will like explain this like in the second session how we can do this. So the third way is to use the Polkadot files. I will also show you later. It's also a very friendly UI which supports all the Polkadot and Kusama, which is .sama ecosystem. Or you can use the production solution like the Uniswap or Aave does using our GitHub action. I will show you, but I won't show you like building a production solution in the demo later. So to hosting your your website using the Crust sale, which you are gonna be take 4 steps. So I will going to show you one by one. So the first step is to build our site, build a website. I will using create React app as an example. So which I'm doing right now is to new React project, which is called, let me say, North America Hackathon with Crust. So I'm gonna to take a few seconds. Okay, after I created this app, I will change some of the text to make sure this is a unique website. Okay, it's done. And I will go into the folder and I will open it with my VS Code. So what I'm going to do here is to change some text here, like hi Polkadot Hackathon workshop 1. Okay, so that's gonna be the only content information about my website. So I'm gonna save it and build it. So I'm going to produce the whole project into a static folder. Okay, it's done. So it has a folder called build, right? So that's gonna be my website. So I will show you I can use a centralized way to serve my website by running this command. Okay, I will access this website. So that's gonna be our website. So the second step is make this website into the Ipfs network. So that's okay. So the second step is actually set up a Crust CLI. Let's take a brief look at the Crust CLI. So this is the Crust command line, which is super similar to the Azure CLI or the AWS CLI, which allows you to host or you update or upload your data into the Crust network. So first of all, I will need a Crust account. So the Crust account can be applied into the Crust apps. Yeah, which I don't have any of account in this browser. So I will create a new account and copy my seed. I have stored my seed. I will copy it here. Oh, sorry. Okay, that would be my account seed. Don't do this, okay? I just give you a demo about my account. So that's gonna be like dot, for example, hike NA. Okay, that would be my account. So I will set the password. Okay, it's done. So next, I will give this account a little bit amount. I will use another account to transfer some money to this account. Okay, sec. Or you can use the free storage into our Discord channel. This one. If you new Crust account and you can store, you can experience some storage and you don't have CRE token, you can make a free gateway into this free storage channel inside our Discord server. So check the pin message here, and you will know how to apply the free storage with step by step. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is just make a very simple transfer. A sec. So okay. Okay, I just make a simple transfer from other account of mine, and it's done. I just transfer 0.1 CRU to this account. So make sure I can make transactions using this account. And so so the next step is showing in the Crust command line is to log in with the secret seeds. So I'll copy this into my terminal. I will stop the centralized hosting now. So okay, so I will copy the seeds. I just copy from the new account. Okay, so it will show you login success, and then I'm gonna to so it's had already done. So for the setup of the Crust command line tools. So next I'm gonna to make my content into the local IPFS. So I have already downloaded the IPFS desktop. So right now I'm going to start my IPFS node. So that would take some time. Okay, it's gonna to like take a little bit time about IPFS starting because you need to like find and build the connection peer by peer. Okay. Oh, so now it's running. So next I'm going to use Crust command line tool to add my website into the local IPFS. So what I'm going to do it right now is to pin my website into the IPFS. So pin using the build folder. So that's all about it. So it will show you pin success and give you the CID of the IPFS. So that's almost done. So so in this, like third step is to IPFS your content. So that in that way is put your whole like network into your IPFS, into your local IPFS. But so far we only pin or only add our content in our local computer, in the physical local computer. But the final step is publish your content into the public IPFS network, which will be the Crust network. So that will be our final step using the Crust CLI. So that will be the publish. So I copy the CID and using the publish function of the Crust CLI. So that will make a transfer, like make a transaction into the Crust network. Okay. Transaction. Okay, it actually successed. So after that, I can query this information into the Crust chain. So what I'm going to do is I will go into the storage, go use, and put the CID into this. And you can, as you can see, it has already been recorded by the blockchain, the Crust blockchain, and it can be queried from the on-chain interface, which is I'm just using the Crust apps, but you can query it from any of them. For example, I can show you from the Crust blockchain explorer, copy the CID, and it actually will be shown here, like file success. That will be my like transferring. So you can see I have already placed the storage order here. So that will be the IPFS CID, and this is my transaction sending to the Crust network. And after that, I will wait the Crust storage nodes to pull the content for me. But for now, I can access my website from the IPFS from any of the public gateways of IPFS network. So for example, I'm using the IPFS.io gateway, or you can use the Cloudflare IPFS. So like that will be the gateway informations, and copy our CID. It will take a little bit like while to like for this IPFS node gateway to find our content. Anyways, I will like stop this IPFS node for it, like there's a need to access. Okay.
In the meantime, maybe I saw there is another question that popped up. What's the difference between Crust and Arif and Filecoin when it comes to NFT storage? Yeah, we already mentioned earlier a little bit the difference between Crust Network and Filecoin, which both use IPFS and build an incentive layer on top of it. Arif is a little bit different. Arif is on-chain storage, not like Filecoin and Crust Network off-chain storage. But yeah, Arif is permanent storage, and on Crust Network you have the option between permanent storage, so you basically can prepay your storage for up to 999 years and even more, which I personally would consider permanently. Or you also can use it totally on demand. So our minimum storage order is 6 months, and we have the, as already mentioned, the option to prepay our storage for a specific time frame, or we have the option to set up an automatic renewal, so you can pay up some CRU tokens to your wallet, to a pool, and every time your file expires, there will be an automatic renewal of this file for as long as there will be funds in your wallet.
I'm sorry. I just maybe I have a very bad network situation, so I cannot make my local content be browser and pulled by the Crust network. But we will try and hand here, and I will leave the page here, and maybe we can just visit it again. So I will continue with the slides. Okay. So that's actually the like very simple 4 steps for you to put your website into Crust Network and make your website going public. And so yeah, we're going to the next slides. So in next section, I will, okay, I'm sorry. I just forget to show you the other ways to hosting your website. So as I mentioned, there is like 4 ways to host your site. I just show you the very basic way to using the Crust CLI to like make your content into the IPFS for local IPFS first and publish your content into the Crust next. And the other way I'm going to show you is with your Polkadot files, which is like a super easy way for you to browse your data, like Polkadot apps, which you can very easily to access the Polkadot files with the Polkadot apps. So you can find it. Okay, oh, I don't have any account from the Polkadot. Maybe I just, yeah. I just use a new one, like .na test, which you can see I don't have any dot in my account. So this function is fully like free for everybody in the Polkadot ecosystem. So I can very easily to drop like to go into the project I just created in the demo, Hackathon, and the build folder, right? And I can upload my build folder into the Polkadot files, and I can make it very like easy, and it's free to make a signature and upload this folder or website into the Polkadot files. So
And by the way, I shared the presentation earlier in the chat. You will find a link with the Crust files link. That's the link to the PDF version of our slides.
just trying. I really got a bad like network situations. Yeah, so I'm going to choose the Seattle. Oh, my network's just really bad. Let's make another try. Okay, I'll refresh and try it again. Oh. Yeah, but in the meanwhile, if you got any like questions to ask me, you can drop it here. Any like, oh, damn. Okay, it's done. So finally it's done. And after I actually upload this build folder into the Polkadot files, and I can browse my content in any of like, you can view the status in the Crust like this. Yeah. In the Crust, sorry. Or you can like browse the content through the, copy the link here. Just stop the IPFS. No. Yeah, and you can actually replace this IPFS gateway into any of them. And it will allow you to access your website from like I'm sorry, I just got really bad network situations here. Okay. Okay, I will just leave the page here and it will be rendered anyways. So I will continue to the next page about the build 101 of the Crust network. I will show you the basic flow about the about the about Crust storage. Okay, so you can check it into the you can check it into the Crust wiki page, and actually there is like 3 steps for you to put your content into the Crust network. The first step is to make your content IPFS, like I show you in the Crust CLI. Like you need to like upload your file or your folder, like or your content into the local IPFS first, and then you need to like ping or publish your content into the Crust network. So that's the step 1 and step 2, and then you can browse your content with the IPFS scan. So what I'm showing you here is the basic 3 steps, like IPFS, Crust, and I just leave the here, and query it, view your file storage status. So I think we don't have the enough time right now for me to show you in a very big code, but I will show you in the Crust wiki. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I may need to like jumping back again. Like my computer is super hot right now. So yeah, Lud, you can. Yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm happy to answer them. Luke is obviously the technical guy, but I try to help. Well, another question here. So, what does updating and making changes to your website look like, and what is the cost to do so, since it's now on chain? So the website itself is actually not on chain. There he is back. The website is actually not on chain. The website is stored off chain. And if you want to make changes to your website, then you just change the content, whatever you want to change. Upload it again to the IPFS network. You get another CID file, and then you can link that to and upload that again or link it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. My computer is just broke out. So the final section is about the build 101, is to show you like the basic idea and the storage flow of the Crust network. And it's super easy for you to like make your content into the Crust network, which I'm show you before. Is you need to like IPFS your content. That's the step 1. And you need to crust your content. That's the step 2. The only like 2 step you need to put your content into the IPFS into Crust network is those 2 steps. So the last step will be like you can query your content or information through with the IPFS scan tool, like visually like view your content about which your content is in the Crust network. So that will be the very basic flow for you to browse and see like to and to make your content decentralized and distributed. And I don't have like enough time because we have already reached the 1 hour for me to show you in code, but you can check the articles and the wikis in our wiki page, and it will just teach you like step by step with upload file and place storage order, which the second step, and query storage orders using like very simple JavaScript code. But I will show you in the next session, and because next session we will like give you guys introduction about our cross-chain storage solution, which also will be cover the content of the storage flow, which will be which we will like make a code sample in the next session for you guys to like how you can like using Crust but without interacting with it with it. So that will be our content for our next session, next workshop. Yeah. Okay, so that will be the whole like all the content today. Yeah, if you got any like questions, you can ask right now or later in our Discord channel, or or the next workshop or the mentor tool during we will like be held in the future days. So anyway, we will also be like attend the Hacker House in the New York City. If you guys feel interest, and you can attend the Hacker House in New York City and ask us in person. And we also will be give an offline workshop, technical workshop, to help you guys find out how you can like store the data, like all the like cases we show you before in this session, in this workshop, and you can make your content and distribute it, host like distributed, decentralized your applications. So yeah, let me see the questions. Okay. So Lu, did you answer the question? Is it's possible to set up a domain name for our website?
Oh no, I didn't see that question, to be honest.
Okay, I will go with this question.
Oh,
Yes.
I saw those questions. Yeah, they're another window. Maybe you want to answer them.
Yeah, I will answer them. So sure, you can set up the domain name for your website like the Uniswap does. For example, like you access the Uniswap app. Actually, this application is hosted on the Crust network, but it has the cost. It has its own domain. What does Uniswap do is using the DNS link to link the Uniswap the app, the uniswap.org, into the Ipfs content to make them link together, and in that way you can like have your own domain but host your content in the decentralized storage network. So that would be the answer. Okay. So the next question is, what does updating and making changes to your website look like, and what's the cost to do so since it's now on chain? Does updating and make change? Okay, so here is the thing. So the whole Ipfs storage network is a immutable network. What you're gonna to do once you like update and make changes of your website is to upload your website again, but link your domain with another CID. That will update your whole website to like, for example, the thing is like very like in basic idea about the DNS link is, for example, if this is the Uniswap app, the uniswap.org, if it's the website A you are using right now, is it will like make a DNS link to link this domain into like the QM123. But if you make any changes, like to make it as another website B, you can change this DNS link to QM456. That's all you need to do. So
Yeah.
the content QM123 is still there, but you just make like a pointer. So just point your domain into another content. That's how you make changes and update your website. Okay.
Perfect. I answered this while you were gone in a little bit more basic way, but now it should be very clear. But as you already said, you need to re-upload the content to get like another unique CID number, which then you can link again with your domain.
Yes. Okay, I really have a bad network situation for you guys to browse this content. Okay, let me just try it again. Anyways, yeah, that's about all the content, all the things we want to share with you guys today. And if you don't have any questions, for now, okay, we will end up this workshop, and I will see you guys later, a couple of days in the next session.
Yeah, thank you guys from my side as well. Thanks for joining this workshop. I hope we could bring Crust Network to your consideration when building decentralized applications, hosting NFTs, and your general data. It's a very valuable tool, and yeah, feel free to use it.
Okay, and also hope you guys can enjoy the whole Polkadot hackathon, and happy Friday and happy weekend. Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.